Sup guys, Zero here, and welcome back to DDLC Purist mod. So, in the last episode, we did a lot because it was an hour long. We went on dates with Natsuki, we went to the picnic, went to the park, had our first kiss, and then we talked about her dad. We learned more about her father. We were learning about Dad Suki. And he seems like he's not that bad of a guy in this mod. I don't know, he doesn't seem like a guy who I'd be like, put him in prison. He seems like a guy who I'm like, he seems pretty chill, not chill, that's not the word. He seems like he just has issues, he has his heart in the right place, man. I don't know. I don't want anything bad to happen to him. But, I'm also not gonna say what he did to Natsuki was right. It's not, obviously. Child abuse and neglect. But still, it's he's still sympathetic about it. It's not like he was, a monster like a lot of these other mods tried to make him seem like. So that's why I'm I want to help this one out. But anyway, this might be the last episode, because I think we're nearing the end of this mod, so let's see. It'd be redundant if I said school was boring as usual, so I won't. We did, of course, go to Literature Club, though. You just did! Wait, so I won't say it? We just fucking said it! As we walk in while holding hands, Sayori greets us. You two look happy today. They always look happy, Sayori. Not saying that's a bad thing. Well, it's been half a year since we started dating, so... Yuri peeks up from the book she's reading. Congratulations. It's no big deal. Natsuki looks disappointed in me. I think it's a big deal. The fact that Zero had a girlfriend for longer than a week is impressive. Yes, Natsuki. You made that joke at home, too. That was a joke? Ow! Dang it, Natsuki. Anyway, I think that's pretty cool. Congrats to both of you. I remember when you two first met. I saw this coming, to be honest. Did you, Monica? I didn't think it was obvious we had feelings for each other at the time. Of course you saw it coming, she's fucking aware! It was obvious. Huh? Huh. Anyway, we're going to read some manga now. I see. Have fun. And then Thanos snaps. Once all was said and done, Natsuki and I head back home. On our way back my house, I see the silhouette of a tall figure dart across the bushes. Oh god. At least, it tries to dart across the bushes. Once it realizes our eyes are on it, it stops. It walks a little bit forward, enough for us to see who it is. Natsuki's dad. I've seen him multiple times before while I was with Natsuki, and he never interacted with us much. She would glare at him, and that seemed to get her thoughts across just fine. This time, though, I noticed something about his hand. He was clenching his fist, which wasn't a fantastic sign. Oh no. It was quite a terrible sign, actually, but I feel that speaks for itself, and I'm kind of panicking at this point. So, is he gonna punch me? Am I about to be killed or something? Oh god, what do we do? Oh, fuck! Confront him, I think. We should... Don't run away! Confront him. Even though he has a fist. We're man! I can't run away from this forever. Hey, you! What are you doing? It didn't matter, though, because he runs away anyway. Oh, okay. Well, good. You're not going after him, are you? I don't think there's any point chasing him. It's clear he doesn't want to talk. Which is nice, since it benefits my health in the sense that I don't get killed. Yeah. I thought that was actually going to be important. I was scared. I thought we were going to die. Well, may as well head home. Walk through the front door and take a deep breath as I sit on the living room couch. Does your dad seem a bit, angry? That's a word for it, yeah. I'm not really sure what to do about this. I doubt he's actually going to murder you or anything, Zero. I know, but nothing. Well, the situation is a bit tense right now. Besides, it's a special day. Shouldn't you take me out on a date, since that's the point of dating and all? Of course. Should we get something to eat? If it's at a place that doesn't rip you off like the one time, fast food it is. The McDonald's dollar menu it is. For most people, going to a fast food restaurant wouldn't be romantic. Sorry, scratch that. For basically anyone, going to a fast food restaurant won't be romantic. Luckily, Natsuki wasn't just anyone. Aw. Well, we're here. We walk into the restaurant. There's a certain modern atmosphere to it. Although it doesn't necessarily mask the fact that there's a fast food place and the fact that we're going on a date at a fast food place. We just went to Mickey D's, you know? Once we order our food, we sit down next to each other at an empty table. I know this place is a bit weird for a date, but we've gone here before, haven't we? Yeah, I don't think you have to be worried, Zero. I'd rather be somewhere comfortable than somewhere super romantic, and this place is comfortable for me, so... We eventually receive our food. As Natsuki unwraps her hamburger, I notice that she seems unsure about something. Is everything alright? There's something I've been wanting to try. I start to drink some water. Oh. Would you feed me? What? Spit out the water you're drinking! Spit out the water you're drinking! Spit out the water you're drinking! I'm gonna go with the middle one! What? Natsuki... I'm just curious, okay? I've seen so many other couples do it, and... Let me get this straight. You want me to feed you? Don't make me say it again! I'd be lying if I said I wasn't the least bit curious about what it was like, too. Sure, I guess. I like how it had all three options. Spit out the water you're drinking, spit out the water you're drinking. I get up and walk over to the utensils center to grab a fork, and then sit back down in my chair. So, Natsuki, we're really doing this? Like I said, it's one of those things you have to do at least once. According to who? Alright, so then I take the fork and stick it in the burger, right? I guess? Wait, you eat burgers with a fork? It's a lifestyle, Natsuki. Anyway, next you open your mouth. Actually, I changed my mind. What? This is too embarrassing. Natsuki, we're in a fast food restaurant. Not a single person is going to judge. Sure, feeding someone a hamburger isn't how it's usually done if you want to be romantic. Actually, nobody does that. Now that I think about it, it won't be weird for someone to judge us. Still, I had to get up and grab a fork. You don't want to waste the 10 seconds I spent to get us a fork, do you? This guy really is me! You wasted my 10 seconds. I had to go get that fork. We're gonna fucking use this fork, damn it. I think what I'm saying is very convincing, personally. Fine. Natsuki opens her mouth as I put the fork into it. She bites down and quickly chews, filled with embarrassment. Well? She swallows and tries to think of something to respond with. That was a thing. Yep, that was definitely a thing. I'm glad we can both agree on that. Can we also agree to never do that again? At least not a fast food restaurant? Sure, because I wasn't going to do it again anyway. Not for now, at least. Yeah, that was weird. And so, we finish up our food and leave the restaurant. Then we go home. Doo-doo-doo. Once we head home, things go back to normal. Not things seemed like they went back to normal. I mean that we didn't even think about Natsuki's dad once. Or rather, we thought about it, but didn't want to admit it had been on our minds. The rest of the night goes well enough. There was no other drama, at least. Tomorrow, though, I doubt it'll be as peaceful as I'm hoping for. I don't know why, but it feels like something's about to happen. Oh god. Well, now something's gonna happen. Uh-oh. I'm tired of this. Not now, Natsuki. Not now? If not now, then when? How much longer is this going to be put off? I'm serious. We will discuss this later. Like I said, you keep saying, we'll talk about it later, but nothing ever actually happens. I don't want to keep living like this, and I don't think you do either. Go to your room, Natsuki. We will discuss this later, and that is final. No, we have to do something. Part of the reason I'm doing this is because I still care about you. You don't know what I'd give for things to go back to the way they used to be. But it's not that easy. None of this is. Do you not understand, Natsuki? I understand, but it doesn't change anything. I asked you to leave. How many times do I have to say it? Leave. I won't. Leave. We have to settle this. Leave. Never. Leave! No! Not until you at least try to change. Not until we live a better life. You. Will you never get it? No, you're the one who doesn't get it. You've never got it. Enough! Natsuki! Oh god. Oh, my dear Itsuko. You have no idea how much I wish you were still with us. See? I just don't know what to do. I freeze in place. It's him. Oh, what the fuck? How is he in my house? It was the night after mine and Natsuki's anniversary. She had gone to bed, and I was just about to join her when I heard a knock on the door. Oh. So he's outside the door. So, I went to open it up, and there he was. I was face to face with Natsuki's dad. By myself this time. As I was saying, back to where I left off. I just don't know what to do. Hi. What do I even do here? You see, well, he plops onto the couch in the living room. I hope you don't mind. Well, it's not like I can do anything about it anyway. What are you here for? You looked kinda upset yesterday. Oh, that. Sorry about running away when you tried speaking to me, but I didn't feel like discussing anything at the time. I was upset, after all. What happened yesterday is unrelated to what I need to ask you, though. From my understanding, Natsuki's been living with you, correct? Yes? For half a year, then. A pained expression rests on his face. I'm not here to criticize you, or tell you how to live your life. It seems I've lost the right to even give advice for my own daughter's life. I wanted to see things for myself, though. I hear the door to my room open. Zero? Who's there? I think I recognize that voice. It's nobody, Natsuki. That was the worst lie I could have come up with. The absolute worst lie possible. It's clear I wasn't at the top of my game right now. I'm talking to your boyfriend. As soon as Natsuki hears that, she slams the door shut. That's one problem solved, I guess. Oh god! What am I saying? I'm panicking to no end. That was probably the worst solution in history. We're actually going to talk about this right here. Are there better places to talk about this? It's not going to change anything at this point. I sigh and ask another question. You've seen Natsuki and I go on dates multiple times. How come you never did anything other than ask me a question once? He looks off to the side. I guess I accepted it early on. My daughter didn't want to live with me anymore. She'd cut ties. It pains me to realize that, but what was I supposed to do? You and I both know she wouldn't have come back to me. Certainly not if I approached you two in the middle of something. I was stuck. Done. She's gone. I feel slightly more comfortable about speaking to him at this point, partially because he wasn't going to murder me. Not totally comfortable, but that made it a little better. That sums it up, yeah. What a shame. Unlike what I expected, he doesn't have a hint of anger in his voice. Only regret. See? He's sad! You seem rather calm about all this. Of course, like I said, I accepted it. There's nobody to be angry at except myself. I know this is my fault. I know I've made the biggest mistake of my life. I already hated myself before all this happened. But ever since Natsuki left, I've been worse. I loathe myself more each day, wondering how I could have lost my temper like that. Wondering how I could have broken a promise I made to my own wife. He pauses. But I doubt you want to hear about that. And I understand. I know you must think I'm a terrible excuse for a parent. I'm not trying to gain any sympathy from you. Good, because I wasn't going to give him any. But at last, I finally feel brave enough to talk a little bit more. Acknowledging your awful actions doesn't excuse them from being awful. I thought I'd gone too far with that, but Natsuki's dad takes a deep breath and speaks again, as surprisingly calm as ever. Wait, I need to drink some water. Natsuki's dad is killing my voice. Like, oh god. Like, jeez, having to do Natsuki's dad's voice hurts sometimes. I'm aware. There's no redeeming myself for what I did. Believe me, I'm not trying to deny that. I'm just trying to think about what to do next. He pauses again, this time for even longer. Natsuki probably told you about me distancing myself from everyone, didn't she? She did. Yes, after I lost my wife. I noticed a tear roll down his cheek. He stops yet again. I'm sorry, just after I lost my wife, I became a recluse. I tried to provide for Natsuki, but I didn't provide nearly enough. Even with our financial situation, there was still so much more I could have done. Okay, so that's why she's malnourished, because he didn't have enough money to get her actual food. I could have cared for her so much more. There's a reason she's so skinny, you know? Yeah, see, that's what I just said. Okay, so it wasn't because he was, like, not feeding her on purpose, it's that he couldn't. I digress. My point is, nobody should have to be raised by a parent like myself. Nobody should have been raised by someone who won't give full attention to their kid. Another tear rolls down his cheek, and then another, and another. They don't stop coming. It's such a horrible situation. Now I've lost everything. After Natsuki was born, if I told my past self that I would eventually do that to her, I don't think I would have been able to take it. But that's selfish too, isn't it? I wanted to be there for my daughter, no matter what. But I couldn't do it. There's no excuse. He's sobbing at this point, his face buried in his hands. Wow, I'm sorry for dragging you into this. It's utterly unacceptable for me to barge into your house like this. Like many things, I wish I could take it back, but I needed someone to vent to. We sit there, unsure what to say next. After several moments of silence, he speaks up again. I lived for Natsuki, you know. Even after my wife is gone, things keep getting worse. I lost my job at some point. I don't think I ever told Natsuki that, but I wouldn't be shocked if she figured it out. I barely managed to get any money, period, but that's another story. Natsuki was all I had left. Living the way I did was torture. It absolutely does not excuse my behavior, but simply getting out of bed was seemingly impossible challenge sometimes. The main reason I was so strict towards her was because I didn't want her to experience the life I was living. Even my strictness was misguided, though. I've said it more than enough times, but my life was terrible. But at least I still had my daughter. We argued a lot, though. A lot of times it was about my failure as a parent. I took things too personally. I shouldn't have taken anything personally in the first place. She was my daughter, and she was right. One time I was disappointed in myself, frustrated, upset, defeated, and ultimately regretful. I should have left the room right there, but I kept talking. I kept deflecting. Looking back, everything I said during that conversation is a joke. I kept going. I wasn't even mad at her. I was mad at myself, and I didn't want to admit it. Living itself was painful. I couldn't take it anymore, so I did something I agreed I would never do at any point in my life as a parent. I hit her. And it was then I lost her too. I was left with truly nothing. He takes some more time to collect his thoughts. I don't go outside much, but during the times I did, I would often spot you and her together. I'm not mad at you. To clarify, she deserves someone better than me anyway. As I was saying, I kept watching you two, thinking about what could have been, thinking about how I could have prevented this. For much of my life, I blamed everyone else, yet I wouldn't blame the person that was actually responsible for any of this. I didn't blame myself, not until it was too late. I want to think more about this. I want to react somehow, but thoughts are going through my mind so fast I'm having to push them away entirely, and all I can do for now is listen. I think it's meant to be this way, though. I'm frankly glad it's this way. As I said, Natsuki doesn't deserve me. She doesn't deserve to live the way she did in my house. I still know nothing about you. I don't even know your name. But whenever you and Natsuki were together, she looked so happy, and that's all I ever wanted. I keep searching for words, yet can't find them. Again, I'm sorry to put you through this. This is my responsibility and mine alone. Finally, I bring myself to say something. What do you plan on doing, then? That's a good question. I don't want to take my own life at this point. Not because I feel my actions are justified. They're absolutely not. but because I feel so defeated that I can't even bring myself to do that. That only leaves one option left. I think I know what he's getting at. As you might be able to guess, I plan to turn myself into the police. Not that it matters. I'm about to get out of your life as quickly as I entered it. Turn himself into the police? Is this really where it ends? I need to think hard about this one. Obviously, he is a terrible parent, and not exactly a great person either. But I do wonder if he was always like this. If things went downhill after his wife passed, what about before that? Although Natsuki was probably too young at the time before that all happened to describe what her dad was like then. Is it worth it trying to bring him back to what he used to possibly be? Natsuki did say she still cares for him. Actually, has he tried family counseling? I don't think he ever brought it up, and Natsuki never mentioned it either. I'll always be there, so I guess it's not like they'd be alone. Natsuki doesn't have to stop living with me unless she wants to. At the very least, I don't think the violence incident will happen again. Natsuki's dad is so much different than I expected him to be. His calm demeanor is the opposite of how I thought he'd behave, and that obviously doesn't clear him of what he did, but I find it interesting. I've never seen someone as lost in life as he is. Which is more worth it, trying to work towards a better life or blissfully living in the one we already have. I'll admit that I'm not even close to being an expert on this. However, I want the happiest ending we can get to this situation. I agree! Maybe it won't actually be that happy, but I want to make the decision that I think will lead us to the brightest future. I'll give my advice on what I think is the solution that'll be the best for all of us in the end. Oh, fuck! You should. Oh my god! Okay. I agree. I don't think he's gonna do anything bad again. Cause this time we're here, so we might be able to change things this time. So if things do go bad, we can prevent it. I think he deserves a second shot. He clearly doesn't like what he did. I think he deserves a second shot. Like, he's clearly, like, he's not a monster. He clearly regrets what he did. Like, reaching out one last time. Natsuki's dad has made mistakes. Awful, irredeemable mistakes. But both Natsuki and her dad care for each other. I don't want this to end with her dad turning himself in. I think we can do better than that. I still believe it's possible to recover. I still believe that giving him a second chance could work. And if it doesn't, oh well. At least we can say we tried. Exactly! Natsuki's dad is a broken man. A man shattered into thousands of pieces. But something that is broken can also be repaired. I don't want this to end with her dad giving up. I think we can do better than that. I still believe it's possible to turn this around. I still believe it's not all over. And if things don't work out, oh well. Sometimes that just happens. Natsuki's dad will never be able to fix everything that he did wrong. But we don't need to fix everything. We need to fix enough, and that much is possible. I don't want this to end knowing that this could have been so much more. I think we can do better than that. I still believe we haven't lost everything. I still believe we have a chance to gain. If we don't gain anything, oh well. We aren't going to lose anything either. I can work with Natsuki and her dad, and they can work with a therapist. We can all work together to get their lives back. I'm a regular person. I can't force anything to happen. I can't force things to get better. I can't have all the answers. But if there's one thing I'm sure of, it's that we can make this work. And if we don't, at least we try. I think that'd be a real shame. If we don't at least try, I think that'd be a real shame. You need to try to reconnect with Natsuki. Natsuki's dad looks shocked. I'd be surprised if I were in that situation too. Why? There's no way she'd let me back into her life. I don't know. She might be scared of you, and the idea of changing how she lives right now might terrify her more. But deep down, I think she still cares about you. She even told me as much. What if she really didn't mean it? She does that often. I don't think so. I think she was serious. I've been dating her for half a year now. I can tell when she's not being genuine. When I talked to her about you, though, she said she still cared about you, but she didn't want to change her current lifestyle. It seemed like an odd time to lie. I think she would have said something like, it doesn't matter if I care about him, or I'm fine the way I am now, if she didn't want to be fully honest, or something like that. It'd be strange for her to go out of her way to lie in the first place. My point is, I think we should at least try. We can get you and Natsuki a counselor. I'd be there the whole way to help out when needed. If you really want to, you can try to turn yourself in at another point. But for now, we at least try to connect again with Natsuki with my help. He thinks for a while. This talk's been lasting so long, I wouldn't be surprised if it were at midnight at this point. Then, he raises his head and gives his answer. Everything we've talked about, all the anxiety, fear, and sadness we've gone through, all of it was leading up to this. Sure. I've got nothing to lose at this point anyway. Let's try then. I want both me and my daughter to be able to get our lives back. Alright, I'll try setting up an appointment with a counselor for you two. After I check with Natsuki, of course. Can you even do that? In hindsight, it's probably not that simple to register someone into counseling like that. I can get started on it. If you say so. Should I come back tomorrow so we can talk again? That sounds like a good idea. Yeah. Natsuki's dad walks over to the front door, walks out, and slowly shuts it. I think I caught a smile on his face as he was going out, but I couldn't tell for sure. Aww. Well, suddenly I heard the door to my room creak. Okay, wait, I need to drink more water. Fuck! I'm telling you, Natsuki's dad kills my voice. Oh god, there's a burp. He's gone, Natsuki. She walks down the living room and takes a deep breath. Okay. I have a question for you, Natsuki. Would you be interested in going to family counseling? I expect her to take a while to think about it, but she responds immediately. Yes. Really? You seemed against the idea of change before. So, I may or may not have just heard the whole conversation you had with my dad. You'd be a good car salesman, honestly. Oh. It is true, I never decided on a dream job, anyway. You're up for it then? I can't keep running forever. I've been thinking about it for a long time, honestly. I did say I still cared for him. To clarify, you're absolutely sure you want to do this? Like, it'd be okay if I tried setting up an appointment? You're still going to be there to help, right? You're my girlfriend, so of course I'm going to do all I can. Good. I'm being casual about this, but I'm still scared, you know? It's thanks to you I can take this step forward. I'm doing this only because I trust you this much, and because you haven't broken that. So, thanks. Natsuki gives me a peck on the cheek and heads back to my room. I should probably get to bed soon, too. It's amazing how much Natsuki has grown. I don't think she'd have agreed to this easily if I offered the choice half a year ago. What a ride this has been. To think that we're finally going to get some closure on this feels unbelievably satisfying. Now, it's only a matter of how tomorrow goes. I suppose you are correct. Oh shit. Here it is. The day where we experienced the moment of truth. As I ate breakfast, hear a knock at the front door. Natsuki's dad isn't here already, is he? I'll get it. I wish he had a Sprite. But he probably didn't get the Sprite because this was made for a year, so they didn't really get the Dadsuki Sprites that people were making. I open up the front door, and as it turns out, it was him after all, filled with exhaustion. Sorry for coming so early, but I had trouble sleeping. That's fine. I motion for him to sit on the couch. I look over and see Natsuki turn her head away at the breakfast table. Which is fine. She doesn't need to talk right now, and I don't want her to make her uncomfortable. So, I talk to Natsuki, and I'm turning myself in. What? No! What? No! That's not where I thought this conversation was supposed to go. Wait, why? I'm filled with too much guilt. Nothing can change that. But we're so close to patching things up. Don't you want to connect with your daughter again? I do, but I've messed up too many times now. I made a decision, and I'm turning myself in. I'm sorry to say that your attempts at convincing me otherwise likely won't affect me. No, it wasn't supposed to be like this. Come on, at least give this a chance. Sorry, but I've made up my mind. Are you sure you want to throw all this away? You're so close to making this right. As I said, that changes nothing. Why does it have to be like this? I don't think things will ever be the same if he quits now. There's nothing I can do either. If what Zero says won't change your mind, maybe what I say will. Natsuki? Natsuki gets up and sits down next to her dad. Is she really about to say what I think she's going to? This is hard for me to do after everything you did to me. After you neglected me for so long. After you hit me. After... Actually, we'd be here a while if I gave a full list, so I'll get to the point. You're a terrible parent, so I have to hurt your feelings, but it's kinda true. But you're still my dad, you know? We still made some good memories over the years. Maybe not as many as most families, but those memories are important to me. I think it'll be a long time before I can trust you again, but I want to at least try. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe Zero has rubbed off on me more than I thought. Natsuki, you've changed. It's hard for me to judge when it's been so long since I talked to you, but... I guess, but that doesn't matter right now. Maybe you aren't willing to reconnect with me, but I want to reconnect with you. I'd feel awful if I felt like I missed a huge opportunity. Natsuki's dad is shocked. Nothing else, just shocked. Natsuki turns towards me. I have someone to thank for that. Someone who actually supports me, but that's a different story. Natsuki still seems annoyed, which is understandable. I'm just proud that she's doing this right now. Please don't turn yourself in. I want to at least try to get things back to normal. Please. Natsuki's dad thinks it over, as we all anxiously wait for his answer. Years of conflicts, years of ups and downs, years of mistakes, years of decisions, and years of emotions are all coming together. All for one of the biggest decisions in their lives. Fair enough. We're starting family counseling then, are we? He did it. I was unsure down to the last second, but he did it. That's the plan. None of us knew what to say after that. We're also relieved that nothing comes to mind. And so begins the journey towards recovery. Yay! Happy days! It's been a few months since Natsuki and her dad first started attending counseling. Oh shit. It hasn't been totally easy, but we've been managing, especially thanks to me being there to act as a pillar for the two. She doesn't fully trust him, of course, but we're slowly making progress. Her dad's been a lot happier lately, too. He started job hunting, which is already a great sign. I was somewhat unsure about this being the best way for things to go, but I think it is now. Morning, Zero! Natsuki gives me a hug and leaves the room to make breakfast. It's nice to see her showing her sweeter side all the time. As good as her previous personality may have been, the word for that was tsundere, right? Doesn't matter. I like the new Natsuki better than the old one. I noticed that she left behind a poem right next to me. Let's see what it says. Oh shit, a poem? What feels right? There's a voice inside everyone's mind. It helps make decisions of a special kind. What good does it do up there in your head? It helps you decide what's right. Sometimes things go from bad to worse. Your life's like a poem that's missing a verse. You're stuck at a tough choice with nowhere to go. You have to pick what's right. Nobody's always right, no matter how smart. Knowing what's right also comes from the heart. What seems right to you might be wrong to another, and that's fine, as long as it's right to you. What if nothing feels right? Sometimes you feel that way late at night, but you don't have to search hard to figure it out, because eventually you will know what's right to you. At least, I know what feels right. I care about what feels right to me, and that's all that matters. Aww, it was adorable. Good. This is what I was hoping for. I made my decision on what felt right, and I believe it led me on the correct path. As I get up myself, I hear a knock at the front door and go over to open it up. Is it Natsuki's dad? Oh, hey. Hello, just came to check up on you two. I see. We're doing great. Would you like a seat? I swung up for Natsuki's dad to sit on the couch. Aw. I dislike bringing this stuff up, but you two seem pretty happy, and Natsuki doesn't want to move in with me again. Is that correct? Well, she does trust me more. Yes, and I doubt it's going to reach a point where she trusts me more than she trusts you. He has a good point. I turn over to Natsuki, who's making a full breakfast meal. Well, Natsuki? Natsuki responds as she cooks. I'd have to think about it. I could try, maybe. What? You don't want me to stay here? Well, maybe she didn't have her sweet side out all the time. It doesn't have to be a permanent thing. If we get far enough in our relationship, then maybe we could, and then you'd be able to move back here. That's not a bad idea. You better not keep me waiting. And from that point forward, Natsuki tried visiting her dad more often. She hadn't slept there overnight yet, but it was nice to see that she was spending more time with him. Aw, yay! More time passes. How many times have the seasons changed? I've lost count. You sure you're ready for this, Natsuki? I'm ready to stay overnight at my dad's. Yeah. Man, it means you're gonna move out eventually. I'll miss you. You already know I'm going to keep visiting you. I know, it just still feels kind of weird. Like you said before, if we ever got married, we wouldn't have to worry about that anymore, would we? That's true. Anyway, enough about that. I'll see you tomorrow, Zero. And then I was alone. I would be for the rest of the night. Every day since I first met Natsuki has been an incredible journey for me. I remember being worried if we both liked each other, despite that it was obvious we did. I remember being worried about how I would confess, when there was nothing to worry about in the first place. Then, Natsuki started living with me. That's pretty neat, if you ask me. The circumstances surrounding it were a bit weird, yeah, but it was fun. And then we started dating, and it got even better. I had no idea I was capable of holding a relationship for as long as I have, let alone holding a relationship at all. I certainly didn't think I'd be helping Natsuki and her dad like this, but here we are now. I remember all those times I said, things are going so great, and everything's shining so bright right now, and all that stuff, but things soon became sadder. Now, though, I can say with confidence that I'm glad with how things are going. I can truly say that nothing will bring me down. And I don't think anything could bring me down either. I've gone through so much, after all, that I feel like I can tackle anything. I guess this is it. Then. Seems like a good place to say that I'm at the end of this journey. It's been a lot of fun. Well, before I know it, it's been 2 hours. I sit and read some manga on the living room couch. I hear a sound at the front door and see none other than my girlfriend. What's up? I got bored. I kinda expected this, honestly. So, you know those cupcakes I promised you over a year ago? I'm kinda late with this, but we have to make them someday, don't we? So, how about now? Sure, why not? I love you, Natsuki. I love you too, Zero. Thank you for everything. Oh! We did it, lads! Is this the embrace of God? Ah! Why are you here? This isn't the embrace of God! Monica, you're lagging my games! Oh, why are you sad? What? You want me to comment on what you've done? Here's some sort of congratulations? Maybe an admission you've succeeded at making someone in the literature club happy. It's still only one of them. Oh. Besides, it won't last. What? You and I are well aware this is only a mod. Besides, what else is there to say? You saved Natsuki, didn't you? She's recovering towards that normal home life, and you two admitted your love for each other, time and time again. Though, maybe you felt something was lacking. Did you think you'd get into a fight? Deliver justice with your own hands? Well, that's just too bad, if you were looking for one. I don't think Natsuki would have appreciated it, though. Is there anything more for me to say, though? You've still got others to go after, right? Or are you just here for Natsuki? That might be the case, considering you haven't gone after the others. Not that it really matters in the end. Don't let me keep you from being happy. Do what you want. What? Hey! Don't tell me what to do, Monica! You guilt-tripping me? We did it, lads! We got the good ending, I think. Because it said there's a good and bad ending. So that must mean the bad ending is turning him in. But I mean, to be fair, who would turn him in after that? So, I really like this mod. I don't know if more than exit music, probably not more than exit music, but it's still definitely up there. I could see the work in this mod. I love the writing. There was comedic moments, there were sad moments, the music was amazing. This might be my second favorite mod, if anything. Like, I think this might beat Summer Hope. Even though Summer Hope isn't out yet, I love this mod. I love it so much. I just love all the ways it handled things. It might be tied for Summer Hope for second. I don't know. This mod, just so much love and work was put into this shit. And you can tell it's been a year in the making. Because, like, it's all just so good. But yeah, so about the other routes. I said I was gonna do Monica route, but then my girlfriend, Monica, played, now it's confusing, played the Monica route, and she said that it's not really fulfilling unless you play the other routes. So, now I'm sitting here in the debate of, do I play the other routes and then play Monica route? Because I'm not a big fan of Sayori or Yuri, so it's like, because I do want to play the Monica route in this, because it sounds like it's interesting. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. If anything, I might just stop this mod for now. Because there's other mods that just came out, too, that I really want to play. The next mod I'm going to play is Monica Before Story. Actually, no, I'm going to finish normal visual novel. I'm going to finish Natsuki's route in normal VN. And then I'm going to go play a mod that just came out called Monica Before Story. It looks really cool. And I think that was, like, also a year in the making. So I'm going to play that. So that should be fun. Because that looks really cool. Because, like, that's the thing. I don't want to... Because there's so many mods I still need to play. So I feel like hanging on Purist for playing Yuri and Sayori's, considering how long they probably are, like Natsuki's too, it's like, I'm going to be here for a while. So, if anything, I might come back to Purist with the other routes if there's, like, no more mods for me to play. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll stream it. Maybe I'll stream Sayori and Yuri's route. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Zero. Peace.
It's gonna take a lot to take me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had.